Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will talk about the commit. So there are two kind of type of language are there. One is called DDL and one is DML. So when you're gonna write it, before you talk about the DDL and DML, let's talk about something else. The commit means you are saving the data. For example, if you write something on the Word document or Excel document, if you don't save after write the data on the column or row, if you don't save them, then they are not gonna save on your local machine. So if you want to save your data, you need to save the file on your local machine, and when you come the next time or any other user they open the file, they're able to see the data there. But if you are not save the data, then other user they're not able to see the data. The same way, the commit means you are saving your transaction, you are saving your query to the table or to the column. So if you don't save it, if you write a transaction, if you don't issue the commit, then their data is not going to save on the table or column. At the same time, if any other user they try to log into the database and they're trying to pull the data from the table, that they're not able to see the transaction just you write against of the database or table. So to do that, you have to commit. As soon as you hit the commit there, then when your other user, when user number 2 will try to pull the data from your table, then he will able to see the data you just committed. All right, so let's go to my Oracle database. I'm going to show you the demonstration. If you don't commit the data, then what's going to happen? So I'm just trying to log into my database. As since DBA, and we can see the username show user. As you can see, the username is sys. So I have to go to the other user that I created earlier, and we're going to create a table under this other user. So you have to go con username is MD and the password, I'm going to specify the password. As you can see, we're connected. So click on show user. Now we can see this session we are connected now with MD user. So now create a table under the MD user. Create table ABC. We can have only 2 columns there for the test purposes, and name we can say Barker 10. And you can close it, click on enter. You can see the table is created. Let's see if the table is created or not. So if you type select stick from table name ABC, close it, click on enter. As you can see, the no row selected. That means there is no any record inside the table. Alright, so let's try to insert some record into the table. You have to see insert into the table name is ABC and values, and our ID is 1 and name we can say here John. Alright, let's click on enter. As you can see, 1 row created. So let's try to see if the row created or not. So just select this line of code and paste it here. As you can see, this 1 row is there. And remember, we are using this session under the empty user, and empty user that created this table. The table name is ABC, and empty user is a created inserted record called ID number 1 and name is John. As you can notice, we did not commit the transaction here. Alright, let's open the another session against of your database, and in this time we're going to use trying to log into a database SQL plus as sysdb. Sorry, SQL plus slash as sysdb. We are login. Okay, so let's see the username. Show user. As you can see, we are the username is called the sys user, and this user is a show user, as you can see, empty user, right? All right, so let's log into this sys user and let's pull the data and let's see if we can see the data we just made a transaction against ABC table. All right, so let's say select stick from empty ABC. As you can see, there's no row selected, but at the same time, if you, as you can see here, there's already data there, is ID 1, as the name is John, but when you're trying to use same command with a different user and we can't see any data, that means there's no data in this table. So as I said earlier, we just write the data in our database, but we did not commit it. That means we did not save it. So when other user trying to log into the database and trying to pull the data, then they are not able to find any data. So as soon as we try here, commit, and click on enter, this commit completed. All right, so let's go to the sys user and trying to pull the data again. So if we select this line of code and paste it here and click on enter, as you can see that John is there. That means before we committed the data, when you try to pull the data using sys user, we are not able to see the data. But as soon as we said commit, under this empty user, and when you try to see the data from sys user, we're able to see. So I hope you understand that if you don't use the commit word, your data is not going to save to your table or your database. And if you don't save another, and if the other user trying to see the data, they will not get any data. But in the same transaction, in the same user session, you are able to see your data, but other user, they can't see your data until data is committed. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in next video.